Stuart, I have a question, Derek.
Yes, there.
Could you talk about our work and how it frees one from their karma?
Howard does what? It relieve.
How does our meditation help me and everyone who does it to get free of our of my karma one day at a time?
Well, the answer is very simple, Derek. When you can find unconditional love inside yourself, when you can find yourself being finding, you know, joy and happiness in your life, that's how you get free of your karma. We are learn. We're born here to learn how to transform all of this tension, all of this suffering and difficulty that goes on in the world to an open heart. God is love. And that's why we come here. The soul comes here. This is the next step in the education of the soul, the transformation of negative into something, positive, into something wonderful inside. You do that and you will work out your karma. And it's no more complicated than that. I mean it. You don't have to figure out the metaphysical and what, right and wrong and all the legal procedure and all the doctrines and dogmas that people just open your heart. Unconditional love is the last step on the ladder to enlightenment. We have fulfilled ourselves as human beings. We have learned to live with compassion, with love, and it's the next step is enlightenment. And as I say all the time, this meditation is just about that. It's learning how to transform the things that are killing you inside to a life-giving energy. The things that are creating endless pain and difficulty and suffering in a human being into life-giving energies. And what is that life-giving energy? An open heart. Your heart is open, suddenly the world becomes a kind of paradise. When your heart is closed, everything goes back up into the head and you're living in hell.
Yeah.
It's really, it's not complicated, any of this stuff. Doing it is almost, is very difficult. And it's difficult for only one reason, which I say all the time. We're up against one person in this life, and that's ourselves. And you're only here to learn how to do what I'm talking about. That's it. And that is an adventure. The voyage through oneself is the greatest venture that you can ever experience in a lifetime. Boy, the Arctic and the Antarctic and the Himalaya, it's nothing. You have to realize somebody goes to the Arctic, they're also thinking there. They go to the Antarctic, same thing. In the Himalaya, believe me, I've been in the Himalaya. And man, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that you got to deal with there. Go inside yourself. That's the greatest adventure in life. And it's the answer to all of humanity's problems. And yet, look what goes on in the world. And everybody's trying to figure it out by working in the external world instead of going inside themselves, changing inside. I mean, if people lived here with unconditional love, with an open heart, with compassion, there'd be no war. You just disappear. But then, as I always say, if there's one person alive and their mind is ticking, there's going to be a war somewhere. That's how you work out your karma. And this is not an easy thing to do. It's a lot of work. And it starts with, first of all, learning to like oneself. I am worthy of having a happy life. I am worthy of being a happy human being. I am worthy of being a child of God. I am worthy of receiving Shakti and higher energy to help make this possible. It starts there. And as I said yesterday in a class, all the disruption inside is not negative. It's just a reminder of what you have to do, that the work you better do on yourself. All the anger, the unhappiness, the problems, the tensions that exist in you, they're just reminders. I got to do something about this. This is not going to go away unless I truly learn how to master myself, my inner chaos. It's extraordinary to me. I was born in 1942, right? There was a war going on in order to preserve democracy. Millions of young people got killed for this country to maintain a democracy. I'm now a senior citizen and the country is becoming a fascist country. It's unbelievable. Millions of people got killed to preserve, and only because they never truly worked in themselves to change inside and to transform all that chaos into, joy, into love, into compassion, into the ability to listen to other people instead of knowing better and just blowing them up. It's all an illusion. And how do you work out your karma? You got to get stronger than, first of all, the chaos in yourself. You get stronger than that, you'll get stronger than the chaos in the world. You'll be able to live with an open heart, a quiet mind, with the capacity to become a child of God using your energy, you know, to transmit Shakti and spirit in the world, being a happy person. Does anyone else, great question. Does anyone else have a question they would like to ask? It's something how simple everything is, and we make it so complicated. Does anyone else have a question they would like to ask? Okay. There'll be
Stuart,
meditation. Yes.
um, in order to start our day um, living with an open heart, do you suggest a practice when we wake up? Obviously, it's important the way we go to sleep, our state of being, and the way we wake up and start every day.
I think
Have you adopted a practice to get right into that living from an open heart?
I do a lot of things when I wake up. Sometimes yeah, it's not easy. You're tired, your body needs to be stretched, and but you got to do things. You know, I mean, I don't. I kind of laugh a lot. I really do. I mean, Jennifer's here. We have a lot of fun, and it opens my heart. I do my meditation. I do all kinds of stuff. I mean, even, the breakfast you have, the shower you take, brushing your teeth, doing stuff, to make you healthy, better. I mean, all of that you got to be grateful for. Grateful that you woke up. A lot of people go to bed at night and don't wake up. A lot of people wake up and they're still not awake. They go through the whole day half asleep. And whatever you do during the day, from the time you get up, even sleep, whatever you do, you have to be grateful for. Even if it's a job that you hate, learn how to like it and love it. Learn how to see whatever you're doing, unless you happen to be a criminal, whatever you're doing is adding something to the world. You're the janitor in a, office building. You're keeping it clean. Do the best job you can possibly do. You're the CEO of the company. Treat your employees with compassion, with love, with understanding, with making their lives better. Don't become a tyrant, which most of them do become, but try not to become. And what I'm saying is, from whatever we do, we have to do it with a sense of gratitude and a sense of love. And yes, I would suggest you get up in the morning and take 15 minutes and do this meditation. Before you go to bed, take 15 minutes, do the meditation. But during the day, we're doing many, many things that we don't really want to do. I mean, I always used to say, a remarkable person who can keep their heart open when they're taking out the garbage. And I use that as a metaphor for all the garbage that we have to deal with in life. We don't bitch and complain when we take out the garbage. We keep our hearts open. We don't bitch and complain when we have to do some kind of menial work that we don't really want to do. It's life. I mean, I'm doing work now that I really don't want to do. I really don't, but I know I have to do it, and so I do it with an open heart. Would I prefer not to be doing what I'm doing now? I don't mean this. I mean, during the day. Yes, I already did it in Denton, Texas. And now I find myself doing something similar, which is trying to get my book into stores all over the country. And it's a hard job, and it really takes a lot of patience and focusing and dealing with all kinds of people. And But
Thank you, Stuart.
you do, and you do it. So you're just grateful you can do it. I did the same thing in Texas when I started a candy factory. I got on a telephone and I wound up getting the candy bar in every health food store in America. I mean, it was unbelievable. Within 3 months, in big supermarkets, and I didn't really enjoy doing it. But I said, man, I'm learning something. I'm learning how the food business works. It's amazing. And I tell you something, you for about 8 months or a year after I left that business, I couldn't go into a supermarket because I knew how all the food got on the shelves and it was disgusting. It was like dealing with mafia, the way you had to deal with those people. I mean it. I couldn't go into a supermarket. And I suspect the book business is no different. It's life, and you have to learn how to live it with an open heart and deal with it. And what you got to do, it doesn't interfere with your spiritual practice or your commitment to yourself to become more of a human being. Does anyone else have a question they would like to ask? Okay, God bless you all. Thank you. There'll be meditation tomorrow evening, and then Thursday at 1 o'clock, and again Thursday evening. And I'm looking forward to seeing everybody. Have a wonderful week, and God bless you all. I say it all the time. It's just a miracle that we can sit here and do this together. It really is. You know, I mean, look, Rafi and Danielle are in Japan. Paul is in Germany. Laura is in Norway. I mean, it's amazing. People in Israel, Ellie and Alan and Eliza in Israel. I mean, it's extraordinary. I mean, this Zoom was an invention of God in order to transmit Shakti around the world. And I don't think Zoom understood what it was doing when it invented this thing. So God bless it. And it's honestly also not my favorite thing to do. I had class here Saturday night. It was wonderful. I much more enjoy having in-person meditation. But you got to live with what the universe sends you and make it work and find a way, to make it something sacred and something that's a blessing for oneself and other people. So thank you all for being here. God bless you all.
Thank
And
you
I'm
too.
looking forward to seeing you all soon.
God bless you too.
Thank you so much, Stuart.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Stuart.
Bye.